10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to episode 52 of Stadium Connect North. For those of you that are new, my name is John, aka Four Scars Gaming. And we have a very special co-host today, the one, the only, flame-broiled king of even, and I messed that up. I got so excited here. Oh my gosh. The flame-broiled king of England, the one, the only, Vivi LeBeau. How are you doing, Vivi?
Hi, I'm Vivi LeBeau, aka the Flame Broiled King. I'm doing bloody awesome. How about yourself?
Well, aside from me blundering that, I was practicing that all afternoon. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is exactly, I'm going to say it. And sure enough, well, anyways.
It's always a way, isn't it?
It certainly is. What a week it's been. I don't know. It just seems to have, during the day job, just lots of stuff going on. And then in the community, there's a bunch of stuff. There's some Stadia news. The week started out kind of with some news, and then we got a blog post that many weren't happy about, but then we've got some more news. So it's kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster, but it's definitely, kept us on our toes. So,
yeah, I mean, the people were unhappy with the blog post. I would never have guessed.
Well, you can't please everyone, right? So before we get into the show here, let's give a shout out here. I see lots of people in the chat here. Zarina, she was first. Woohoo! Hello, thank you so much. Okay, Vivi, I'm going to need you to help pronounce her name here. How do y'all?
Demiurge.
Demiurge? Okay, yeah.
It's got to be Demiurge. Demiurge MCK.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Gamer Mink is here. He says, nah, I was first. And then Jack DeSlip. Boy, Jack was if you missed it, you need to check out Purple Haze interviewed Jack last night. And oh my gosh, it was such an amazing interview. If you haven't already,
I haven't watched it yet. I plan to watch it. I've already messaged on Twitter saying that I'm planning to watch it, but been at work, streaming, and now I'm here. But it's going to be tomorrow's watching. So yes. Jack, no spoilers.
Yes, no spoilers. No spoilers in the chat. Danny's here. Hey, Danny, how you doing? This elusive ninja Gaix. He says, woo woo, SCN time. And here's this chap in the chat here. Vivi Plays. I don't know who Vivi Plays is. I know Vivi LeBeau, but maybe this is a relative. Yeah, I don't know. So Two Bags here. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much. He says, good evening, Mr. John. Matt K. Hello, guys. Wow, lots and lots of people here. Ryder Sanchez.
Ryder Sanchez. Now, Ryder Sanchez is someone I know in real life, by the way. So Big shout out to Ryder Sanchez.
Oh, okay. So Ryder Sanchez came to, I believe it was the first time, came to one of my streams earlier this week and was very helpful. So this is awesome. So you know Ryder Sanchez in real life. That's cool, Vivi. Awesome.
I believe, I think, if it is the person I think it is, I'm like 99% certain it is. Marielle! Oh my god, hey, how you doing?
Oh, wow. Look at this. It in leads here. I can't see. Oh my gosh. Mostly Martinez. Blizz is here. Cloud Gaming Dad. Oh my. You know what, Vivi? We could probably see the whole show
God, yeah.
of just saying hello. Yeah, Marielle as well. Look at this. Everybody's coming out. So awesome again. Yeah, thank you.
The funny thing is, right, we've got 25 people watching, but I can only see 14 likes now. That doesn't seem to add up to me. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, well, you still have time. Hit that like button. We still have plenty of show to come on. And Inlead says, maybe Vivi Plays is an old co-worker of Vivi LeBeau's. You never know.
Be.
Yeah. And Ryder Sanchez is confirming it. Yes, Vivi, it's exactly who you thought it was. So
nice.
Thank you all, everybody, for coming out today. Really, really appreciate it. We have a great show planned for you here. And we're going to head over on to the news here. But I've whipped something up here as a little transition for the news. So here it goes.
Ooh,
and there we go. Yeah, look at that little special ditty I put together. Thought I would test it out, make it a little more visually appealing to those in the chat.
You're always visually appealing, you've got your camera on and you're hot stuff right there.
Oh my god. Well, thank you. I much appreciate it. So let's start off. We're going to look at the blog post this week, twos.
Oh, have you got enough time to go through the whole blog post?
Well, I'm not sure, but maybe we'll whiz through it here. My feeling is that this blog post was maybe a plan B. I think maybe there was some other stuff that they were going to announce that we might have saw, later in the week that just wasn't quite in time. But regardless, we'll go through it here and take a look. One of the things here that we see here is Guilt, which is one of my favorite games on Stadia. It was the very first game. I bought it at launch, played it. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. I love the story in the game. It's really good. It looks great too. And now, if you haven't had a chance to play it, it's free to play August the 11th. Yep. So that was yesterday, Thursday, up until Monday. So
it's unusual that a game is free to play. That like free play weekend. That's not like a multiplayer game. It's a single player, so you could complete it over the weekend. It is very doable.
Yeah, definitely you can. I think it's somewheres, if I remember correctly, maybe like 10 to 12 hours, depending on if you want to collect everything, get all the achievements and all that stuff. So essentially, you're getting a free game to play from start to finish there. For the weekend, you get what from yesterday until Monday. So what, 4, 5, 6, whatever. How many days? Plenty of time.
20 days.
Yeah, 20 days. 20 days. And it's such a great game. A little bit scary, but not really. Like, it's not like graphic or gory or anything like that. It follows the adventures of Sally, and there's like missing. I believe it's her sister. It's just really good, and the story is fantastic as well. So check that out if you haven't already.
So I've got to be honest with that game. I'm not good with scary games, and I did no part of it. So I've not completed the game. I got into the school. There's like this water puzzle or something like that, and that's as far as I got. I was like, this is done. Like, I mean, if you saw me play Nightmares, you'll know that I'm generally not good with scary games.
Well, to each their own, right? So check it out, and you may end up liking it, or like Vivi, you may get into the school and just say, this is not really my cup of tea, so to speak.
Got it.
No puns intended there. Okay, so we're whizzing through the blog post here, Vivi. Oh my gosh, we're already near the end. There's more game trials. Yeah. So what I believe Stadia is doing is they're going through. Eventually, what's going to happen is every game is going to have some sort of a trial, and I even believe that when games launch in the near future, like they'll come with a trial as well, which is just fabulous because now they have well over 100 trials. I think at last count it was 123. This doesn't include this, so they're well on their way to getting all those trials for the games.
I think other like PlayStation, for example, are trying to replicate. They're trying to bring out trials as well, and I think Stadia's well ahead of the curve on that. And I think it's such a pro-consumer move. I really like it.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe the trials on PlayStation are locked behind a subscription, a certain tier of the subscription, right? So with Stadia, all you have to do, even if you don't have a Gmail account, you can sign up for one. It's free, and you could try these games. I mean, you could spend days playing all of the trials because a lot of them 30, 60 minutes, some an hour and a half, some like 3 and 4 hours and stuff like that. So there's a lot of content there for you to try.
Over a third of the games that are on Stadia have a trial now.
Wow.
That is just insane. Like, you know, it's over 100 and there's 288 games at the moment. So yeah, it's a good proportion of those games.
That is awesome.
That's just over half, isn't it? It's 145 trials, is it now?
I think so. I believe so. So there's quite a bit. It's over 50%. Yeah. Shout out Jack to slip in the chat, gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Jack. I really appreciate that. And welcome. We have some new members of the Gaming Scarmy. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It is so awesome. There we go. Jack dropping bombs. That is right.
We got Inlead, Bjorn, Bayram, PSX Cloud, Primo Yonic, and Raphael. All now part of the Scarlet.
Awesome. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So that was the blog post. As you can see, you can see why some people might be a little upset or disappointed. I mean, I wasn't really like raging over it or anything like that. It's kind of like, yeah, okay. I mean, there's been better, right?
I think it's just more that there was news, but it wasn't included in the blog. I don't think anybody had an issue with the blog itself. Like, if there wasn't any news, that's fine. But I think it's more the fact that there was news and it wasn't included. I think that's just what some people had, which it's fine. But yeah,
it is what it is, right? So there's it's fine. By the time the next blog comes out, there'll be something else. The subject of the day or regardless. But anyways, moving on here. We got a little bit of news here. This was after the blog post. So this actually came out, I believe it was yesterday here on Thursday, from game developer Brian Francis. Wrote an article. Stadia is testing new game trial system tied to achievements. And essentially here, and Vivi's got some experience with this because we tested some stuff out last night and also / the early wee hours of the morning for Vivi. So Brian here has an article. He spoke with one of the, I'm trying to see who it was over at Stadia. I'm sure we'll get to that here. But basically, so Google is testing out, and they started earlier this week, a new type of game trial where they split up half the players who will get the game trial for Control and Sniper Elite 4. We'll just have the regular timed trial, but the second half will have what claims here is an unlimited achievement-based trial. So essentially, you get to play for as long as you want until you get this certain achievement that the developers and Stadia have set. So you get a slice of the game here. Well,
so it's not unlimited.
Yeah.
They have corrected the article, actually.
Yeah, so they actually did correct the article here. So because Vivi actually tried this out, like we said, last night, and there's still the time on it. So there are the two groups. So for Sniper Elite, there are those that get the free trial for 90 minutes, perfectly fine. And then there's a second group that get the free trial, but it's achievement based, and you have 90 minutes.
So I'm going to get my tinfoil hat out here, right?
Okay, yep, definitely.
So this is obviously only my speculation, what I think, but it seems to me like they're trying out new ways of doing trials. And I would guess that, and again, could be completely wrong here, that an unlimited trial is going to be a thing. So, you know, Dead Drop Studios, who are making the Outbreak games, they mentioned that they're trying to get their trial to be unlimited time.
Right.
So that's on the horizon, potentially. And this achievement-based thing also would be a way to limit those down, because not everybody wants an unlimited trial. So I think it's going to be basically so they can choose, instead of at the moment just choosing, okay, how long do you want them to have the trial for? They'll get options as to how they want to do the trial. And, you know, it also, I think, encourages people with maybe shorter games or with games that, you know, could be sped through and stuff like that. It encourages them to put their game on there. Because what they can say, instead of saying, okay, well, yeah, you get half an hour, and half an hour for some people being, you know, really small amount, or just being in like the opening cutscene, and for some people they can get like halfway through the game. It's a bit more fair in that they can say, well, this is where I want you to get to. This is where you need to get to in order to have a good experience. And they get a lot more fine tuning over it. I think a lot more developers will be inclined to put their games onto the trial if they have more control over, you know, where people can get to in the trial.
Right.
So
right.
yeah,
they experience. Yeah.
In its current implementation, it's not great, but actually, it could potentially mean that it gets rid of some of that hesitance of putting their game onto trial.
Yeah. And so just to clarify here, because Imran in the chat was asking, Dead Drop did already. So yes, the teaser that they put out, it has been converted to like unlimited play. So you can go back and play it again and again and again. Initially, it was released at 60 minutes. And once you were done at the 60 minutes, you couldn't play. But yeah, they have resolved that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, yep. So they do have that resolved. Oh, and a shout out here. We've got a friend here from our over on the forums here, Mr. Is it Vaca? Vaca, yes. Mr.
Yes,
Vaca.
what a legend. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Do you know,
yes.
I was actually saying that, and then I read what he wrote in the chat. I hadn't actually read it. No, Mr. Vaca is... What an awesome dude. Bill!
Yes.
Sorry,
yes. Awesome. Yes, he is. A great individual. So yeah, so this is the for those that do get the achievement based area. It comes a little picture here. It says beat this challenge in Sniper Elite 4, and it's the achievement complete mission 1. So essentially, you know, so like you said, it's a guided trial by the developer of the game. So it's the most, like you said, the most interesting points are what they feel they want to showcase to you to get out of this trial. And I think it's pretty neat. Like you said, it's not the best implementation yet. So there's definitely room to fine tune it and get the feedback on it. But I definitely like this path that they're going down here. And yeah, so, you know, like Vivi said here, they did amend the article. We reached out to Bryant here at Game Developer. Vivi supplied the photos of the stuff and his experience, and they did amend the article here to mention that it's not, you know, unlimited time as it originally was announced or showcased there.
Oh, and he's also updated it second time to add 90, because at first he wrote 60 minutes for both. And he's actually changed it to 90-minute time for Gaix. So yeah, I pointed that out on Twitter as well. So good on him.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, so that was awesome. So shout out to Bryant Francis over at Game Developer. That was a nice little surprise as well. We also got a game announcement, Soccer Story. Again, this was yesterday, I believe, too. If not, it was sometime this week. Soccer Story coming to Stadia here, and
coming to a Stadia near you.
and amongst other platforms. So it's coming later this year here, and it looks quite interesting. So, and I know, I think he even made the joke. I said, if you're in Europe, you can call it swap out soccer with football. But
I was gonna make that exact comment. It's like I don't know what this game's about because I've never heard of this soccer.
Yeah, do you put socks on? I mean, I don't know, right? So
I mean, people do have an obsession with my socks.
Oh, they do. I think there's a secret fan club, the VV Sock fan club. So, Soccer Story here. We see the trailer. Let's go. The Steam page that they have linked here does a pretty good job of explaining it. It says the world might as well be over. Soccer Inc. has closed down every local stadium. Now, they didn't say they've closed down Stadia. It's stadium. Team and tournament. What kind of world can survive without the beautiful game? Thankfully, a magical football, this is just for you, Vivi, and all our European friends here, has chosen you, our savior of football. So they have chosen you, Vivi, here for this special Soccer Story.
I feel privileged.
And yeah. So they tell you here that the game is a physics-driven adventure RPG where every problem can be solved with your trusty magic ball. Along the way, you'll need to best bad guys in 1v1s, compete in a range of different sports with your ball, of course. And sometimes,
I mean, I'm used to having magic balls.
Okay. You'll have to use your brain just as much as your balls, Vivi. That's exactly what it says here. Oh my gosh, that was perfectly timed.
They do say that some people, think with a different part of their body, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see this is kind of like there are other like there's golf. I think is there a Golf Story that's an RPG that's kind of similar to this, where it's based upon golf or different sports, and they throw in a story around an RPG element. So I think this is actually pretty cool, and again, a nice surprise. And if I remember correctly here, yeah, there's multiplayer matches as well. It's local multiplayer, so grab up to 3 friends and convince them that football is the ultimate sport by challenging them to local multiplayer matches. So
that's cool.
Yeah, this
is only local multiplayer though, not online.
Yeah. So it's only local multiplayer there, but still, this is a great, I think, a great addition to the Stadia library. So coming out sometime by the end of this year, so hopefully sooner than later. And what I noticed here is they mentioned so coming to PC Game Pass. So instead of saying Xbox, they said Game Pass, Nintendo Switch, Stadia, and PlayStation. So I'm wondering if there's a possibility as well that it could come to Stadia Pro. I don't know if there's, some
have there been any games that have been on Game Pass and Stadia Pro? I mean, Control did.
I don't know. Yeah.
Control was still on Game Pass when it came over to Pro, so it could do.
Yeah. So who knows? It would be a nice gesture, and I think again a great addition to the library here. So that was from our friends, and they have actually, if you want to sign up for the beta on PC, you can head over to soccerstorygame.com. The link is in the description. You could check out the trailer.
If you go to soccerstorygame.com/VV Plays, you'll get a special pair of VV Play socks.
Yeah, exactly. And this is from our friends at No More Robots. So apparently they don't like robots.
What happened to all the robots?
Yeah, I don't know. So,
I got a barn!
Mostly Martinez says he wants wasabi socks. So I guess, yeah, look at this. We're talking about merchandise. Jeez, Vivi, you're coming on my show here, pimping all your wares and items and gear.
You know, at least I'm not, trying to sell my Avon.
Yeah, exactly. A whole nother story, right? So let's now take a look at.
Sorry, I just went back as comment.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, this is probably the single most best comment I've ever seen on the show here. That'll be forever.
I will sign your sock and balls.
There you go.
Sock.
Yeah, just be gentle. Be gentle. Alrighty. Oh, Marcus mentioned here. Have you covered the killed by Google News? His account has been suspended. Killed by Stadia, and I believe, if I'm not corrected, if InLead is still in the chat here, I believe that InLead was instrumental in helping getting that account suspended, because the killed by Google it tweeted something at them with some profanities and stuff like that, and he was able to submit it there, and Twitter took action here. So that's one less obstacle in the way of somebody.
I hear it was entirely InLead. Like I believe that InLead was just they went over to the house SWAT style, booted down the door. Definitely was 100% InLead. Don't believe anything you see otherwise.
He says, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, and Gamer Mink is saying, yep. So Calico's on Stadia Pro and Game Pass. So there we go.
Ah, yes. Good point.
Yep. There we go. Alrighty. So here's the first bit of news that came out this week that was not included in the blog. And like Vivi, as you had mentioned here, some people were a little upset, that this news here wasn't included in the blog. For those that maybe only get their news from the blog and the forums there. So what it was here, our news that launched from our good friends over at XDA Developers, Party Stream is one of the new features here. So essentially what it is you can get a party yourself and up to 9 others, and you can have like your own little private show, I suppose is what it is, where you can stream amongst them. And it's just people in your party. So games like Jackbox Party Pack would work really well with this. I know that I think I saw Iwan mention on Twitter, like you can show your friends if you're saying, oh, I'm really having a problem at this point in the game. You could get them into a party, do the stream, and they could and you could be talking to your friend in real time as you're streaming here and saying, do you have any advice? And then, they could say, oh, well, do this or look up here or there's something else. So I think it's a really good tool. And the delay. So on YouTube, there's a certain delay. Sometimes it could be between 5 and 15 seconds or sometimes even longer. With this, it's, from what I've heard, it's about like a second or even less. So it's pretty instant. Yeah, it's pretty instant here. And you can see we're gonna come back to this here. What's that?
It shows maximum of 10 people, right? Mm-hmm. If they'd just added an extra 2, that'd be the entire Stadia playing population. So
there you go. Yeah, all 12 of us. Well, I guess they didn't want to get everybody in one stream at once here.
True.
So we'll mention this here, but we'll come back to it. So they show here it being demoed with Destiny 2, the Witch Queen. There is also, so this helps, you don't have to, again, have OBS or a computer that's powerful enough to do the streams and whatnot. But there's also, did I pass it here? That was the party stream. There was something else here that is, for whatever reason, my mind here. Okay, well, anywho, so we'll see here the party stream here. We see it with Destiny 2, and they show, a bunch of people walking or, watching and whatnot. But this actually article has been updated. The original article here, thanks to our good friends Web Archive, the original animated pictures here, keen Stadia members noticed, look at this. Mooney Play is watching somebody play Sonic Racing on Stadia. And the fact is that Sonic Racing isn't on Stadia. And I actually think it's Mario himself. If you look up there, Mario is watching Mooney play Sonic Racing on Stadia. So is this a slip up? Is this something that, maybe
there
the
was an official statement
early?
about it, to be fair. The official statement said that it was just a mock-up that they made for internal use, and then it was distributed. So that's why it changed. If you look at the I think it was 9 to 5 actually wrote that they got a response directly from Google.
Yeah.
So I don't
I don't know. I think on this one, it could be either way, 50-50. I believe, I know Death Alive was talking in the Discord that something like this similar happened with one of the Assassin's Creed. I think it was Black Flag that was accidentally shown either in a picture or something that. I mean, it very well
Google
could have just been...
out.
Yeah,
so Google didn't put out a message on that one, I remember. Whereas on this one, I've got the wording here. It says, Google has shared an updated screenshot of Stadia's party stream in action, which we've included above. The originally shown animations were mock-up renders with artistic freedoms that were not reflective of Stadia's feature set or game library, is the official statement from Google. So take that how you will, but it's...
Yeah, I'm going to keep my hopes alive here. I mean, of course, always, take it however you will. I would love to see the Sonic game come over to Stadia here. I mean, again, just like the official statement could have just been a mock-up there, and everyone was talking about it, and then they saw on social media, and they're like, oh, crap, we better get this off of here before, people get upset. But, it is what it is. So fingers crossed. It may come. It might not. Tomato, tomato. So we're kind of.
I'm not going to put too much stock in it. It could do, and if it did, that'd be rad. But I'm gonna stick with the Google official statement. But it's fun to speculate.
Yeah, definitely.
We took it off of the Reddit speculated wiki. Let's just say that, because we don't believe because there's an official statement. We always go by. If there's no official statement, we'll keep it up no matter what.
Right.
The official statement will take it down. So don't.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yep, that makes sense there. And also, there was a post on Reddit this past weekend, and it had a link to this 4GamerNet Japanese gaming website, and it claimed that Gravestone, and this is just it's translated.
Gravestone.
So, yeah,
it's called Dungeon and Gravestone. Yeah.
So this is translated from Japanese to English. So, pardon me. So you can see that the English isn't too bad. Basically, Dungeon and Gravestone, a game that came out last year on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and mobile, is coming to Stadia. So, everyone, when they saw this, they're like, oh, what's going on? Like, a Japanese indie developer are bringing a game to Stadia, and it's not available in Stadia's not available in Japan there. So, I basically what I did, I went on the internet here and looked up one of the developers. Now, it doesn't allow me to zoom in here, but basically this is at the Bit Summit Japanese indie game show in Japan this past weekend. And here's the developer. They've got a little newspaper information about their booth and stuff, and right down here it shows the game and it shows Stadia, and then also down here it mentions Stadia as well. So I was like, here's more proof that Dungeon and Gravestone is coming to Stadia. Zoom in on the newsletter. Well, I also asked the developers, I said, is this in development for Stadia? Sure enough, they responded, okay, you got us. Yes, this is 100% correct. So
and
I
think
think
that's
this
pretty
is
rad that they confirmed that.
Yes, I think this is awesome. It's very important. Not just the game itself, but the fact that this is a Japanese indie developer that are bringing their game over to Stadia, a service that's not available in their country. So I think that's very important, and hopefully this is a sign of things to come as far as future Japanese developers bringing their games over. And eventually, I mean, it's safe to say that at some point, I think it's in the plans for Google to have Stadia available in Japan. It would be silly
there's
not
been
to.
heavy speculation about, Stadia releasing in more APAC regions, and
Mm-hmm.
there's been stuff that we've seen recently in terms of hiring in
Yep,
that area, and there's that
definitely.
tweet a while back that got removed
Mm-hmm.
around that somebody getting hired in that area, and yeah, there's a few extra things that make me to think that it probably going to come to some APAC areas, not
Yeah.
necessarily Japan, but I would put I'd put money down that is going to come to APAC areas at some point this year.
Oh, that would be good. Wow. So here's a little trailer here. They actually have there's a demo out on Steam which Ninja Gaix streamed. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? Does that look okay?
That's what she said.
Yeah. So it's a dungeon that goes on forever. So it's a roguelike game here. You can see there's fishing. Oh, you got just mauled by that huge stone here. Look at these bosses. And Ninja Guy streamed it for about an hour, and he had super fun time with it there. And it's definitely cool. It has like a Minecraft type feel to it. Those sprites and things like that. And
as
it
Gamer Mink
look
says, it's kind of a bit Crypt the Necrodancer-esque, which is one of
yes,
my favorite
yeah.
games of all time.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see it came out April 23rd last year on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and PC. So this is pretty cool that this
And it's
game
a perfect game for Stadia Pro as well. So I mean, I know it's not been said it's coming to Stadia Pro, but it would be perfect on those places.
Yep. So I went one step further, Vivi. As you know, we always do here on Stadium Connect North. I reached out and to see if the developer would like to come on the show for an interview. I can say right now that they have agreed to come on the show. I sent them over a preliminary list of questions that we would ask. They agreed to those. So now we're just working out the details on the day and time. The developer will have someone along there with them to help if there's any translation type issues as well. So definitely look forward very, very soon that we'll have the developers of Dungeon and Gravestone here on Stadium Connect North.
Sugoi.
Yeah. So pretty awesome here. Let me see if I click on this, Vivi, because I know you. There we go. Let's go here. Look at this. We're doing this in real time. So Vivi helped share this. I think this just was posted not too long ago. And we'll kind of talk about this in the APK breakdown. There was a new version of the Stadia app that came out, APK. And one of the things is that there's, in addition to the Spanish that's in there for Mexico, there's also Turkish language. And looks like we have here posted on the Stadia Reddit. They're saying here, look at the Stadia Turkish language and currency. So
which is nice and interesting because that's not been announced.
Yeah, that has not been announced at all. So definitely lots and lots of news here that's coming along. We do have a little bit more to talk about, some of the community news here. So I'm going to see if I can get this stuff ready here. If maybe Vivi can kill a little bit of time. I know I just put you on the spot here, Vivi. Maybe we could look at the chat and see what you see here.
Yes, so we have hashtag bring it to Nippon from InLead.
Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, I mean, we do have Japanese American developers on Stadia currently, but we never have Japanese games, like Japanese indie games. So the fact that an indie developer is taking the time to port a game over to Stadia, I mean, again, it could just be nothing, but it's I think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a good. Yeah, it's a very good sign, and I really do hope the trend continues. We do know that there are Google employees that are in the Stadia division that are in Japan. I know that there's a couple on Twitter as well, so they definitely, I'm sure, go around to the different shows, have talks with the developers. But like you said, Vivi, just the fact that it's a small Japanese indie developer that's bringing their game on Stadia, it's very surprising, and it's really is very good news. So hopefully we'll see more of the same here in the near future. And as we know the development tools and the porting process are maturing, they're becoming more widespread now. Things are really starting to pan out for Stadia, and the features that Google's been talking about are now starting to make their way to the market. So it's only good news, really, for Stadia.
Definitely. Yeah. And Granite T-Rock says, Vivi going to tell us a good joke. Okay.
Okay,
John,
there we go.
What's a paramedic's favorite gaming console?
I don't know what.
It's the Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
Oh my god! Did you just make that one up, or did you have that in your repertoire?
Oh, I know that one. I've got. You should know I have a million terrible jokes.
Okay, awesome. So let's see. So, Kel is asking here: has anyone received the new live stream update, the one where you can direct stream without a game?
Without a game?
Without a game? No, there's the party stream.
Do you mean that you can swap games during? So what they've added is you can't direct stream without a game, but what you can do is if you're streaming and you want to swap games, you can now do that and continue on with the same link. So, whereas previously you had to generate a new link. I think that may be what you're talking about, Kel?
Yeah, I think so. And that's exactly what, when we were talking about it earlier, was like eluding me. And it was on the tip of my tongue, but I really couldn't do it, couldn't say it. So I think so. I think that's what we're talking about. Like you said there, that if a game crashes or you want to switch a game, previously the stream would stop. Now it's just paused, and then when you get a game back up and running, the stream resumes. So another pretty cool feature here. So let's see. And then Stadia, or Gamer Mink is like, Stadia might go to Turkey. I hope it goes to chicken next.
Boo.
Okay, all right. So that was enough time to cover.
I would really want to go to Turkey because I hear that Turkey can be a bit dry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
All righty. So we're now moving on to some further community-based news and maybe stuff that's not 100% confirmed here. Although
we've already been talking about some things that are not 100% confirmed. Yeah. Let's just let's bring that out. We've not been talking 100%. Yes,
Okay, so recently, and I don't know how this one slipped by majority of people here. There was a PEGI rating was spotted for Snowtopia back in June the 14th from PEGI here. So this was just came. I think it's, or it could be Al Bundy's wife, Peggy. I don't know, something like that. So it looks like Stadia France noticed it here, and then the community got to talking about it here. And of course, we know just because it has a PEGI rating or ESRB rating doesn't necessarily mean that it's coming here. But Stadia Source updated their article. They don't say who they've confirmed it with, but Stadia Source is a reputable. They're not going to make something up and say, yes, it's coming, and it's not really not. So they must have a good word. They're saying this received confirmation that Snowtopia is in fact coming to Google Stadia, and we can expect to hear more information on this soon.
I mean, it is Stadia source, so they are a source, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So again, here
John,
we
question.
can see this. Okay.
Brown or red sauce on bacon?
Brown or red sauce?
Yeah, tomato sauce or HP.
Oh, on bacon?
Yeah, like bacon sandwich.
Oh, red?
No, you're wrong.
No,
I mean, we're talking about sauces here. You're wrong. It's supposed to be HP sauce. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? I've not had either on a bacon sandwich, to be honest with you here. So
what?
Shame on me, Vivi. Shame on me. So we can see Snowtopia here. It's kind of like from what I gather, it's kind of like one of the tycoon type games, I think, as well. And you know, you're building your snow resort here, and from what I understand, this is in early access still. And it's a game that there we go, early access that they're working on. Again, Vivi, you know us here at Stadium Connect North reached out to the developer as well and asked them, you know, if they would be, first of all, if they can confirm that it is indeed coming to Stadia, and if they would like to come on the show. Well, we heard back and they said we're preparing for Gamescom in Germany, which is just happening here in the next, I think it is the 23rd, 22nd, 24th, one of those, the third week in August. And so
it's the 23rd to the 28th.
There you go. Yep. So it looks like here Stadia Source is saying that yes, it is coming. So that's good news. I would take that as pretty good confirmation. Again, we know stuff can change. So yeah, it does look like Snowtopia is coming here, which is
do you know what? Awesome. I think like Stadia could do with some more like you know, like Theme Hospital and 2 Point Hospitals like that. I think this is a good fit for Stadia as well. It's one of those games that you could probably play on the go, and I would love for it to have direct touch.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that would be great. I'm looking at the chat here, Vivi, and there might be some people that have a bone to pick with you here as far as the question you asked me. Imran said no sauce, none at all.
And you know what? It's fine for Imran to be wrong. Like it's perfectly fine for Imran to make mistakes and not know how to live life properly.
My gosh.
Just because he's failing at life doesn't mean that he can't, continue to exist.
And look at this, the Mars is supposed to be marshmallow. Yeah, marshmallow. Yes, it says maple sauce.
Yeah,
did you ever consider that?
I know John's a Canadian, so that's probably what he's thinking. But Marsh, you are British. You should know that it is HP sauce, right, mate? It's straight. You know it's brown sauce.
Yeah. Gamer Mink says Stadia sauce. Yeah, you never know.
Stadia sauce, the best sauce. Or where's the lamb sauce?
Yeah. Granite says he puts mayonnaise on his BLTs.
Oh God,
no?
why? Oh God, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with the chat? Honestly, you just need to burn it all down.
They put sugar on it, Vivi. Okay.
Oh no, Marcus, why?
I've had is a BLT,
which is fine. You put your brown sauce on your BLT. It's not a problem. You can have a BLT.
Okay. And Vivi Crow wants to know: are you some type of a monster? Sauce on bacon? Like, what are you talking about?
HP sauce on bacon, right? If you've never had HP sauce on bacon, right? You cannot talk right now. You got to go and try it, right?
Okay.
And then come and thank me later.
Okay. So, Vivi, I know this isn't Stadia related, but I'm just a little curious. So, the HP sauce on bacon, does it have to be in a sandwich form? Or let's just say you had bacon. Okay, so it has to be in a sandwich. So, it's not if 100%. Like the bacon is on your plate. You wouldn't just put HP. Okay. So, it's on with a sandwich.
You got like a toasted sandwich or like a nice crunchy roll, bacon, slash of your HP sauce. It's got a nice melted butter on there. Bam, good.
Oh, okay, interesting. You know what? Maybe you should have some type of like a cooking show. Vivi Cooks, right? You could have all these different recipes and things like that. That would be awesome.
That's an idea.
Yeah. Alrighty. So another piece of news here from our good friend Brian over at the Nerf Report. He says it looks like the Google search engine has a new update for cloud gaming platforms.
Glaming.
And glaming. And if you remember, Vivi, earlier this year with the Google Games for Summit, Developer Summit, this was something that Google talked about the discoverability of the games through the Google search engine and just being able to click to play. Well, it looks like that this is out in some type of limited form, because I know, like for me, it's not available. For some it is. So they're either testing this or they're slowly rolling it out. But yeah,
I mean, Google are well known for slowly rolling things out. They never normally drop things, in one go. It's always incremental. So I would guess that it's just a slow rollout.
Yeah, and you can see here, Bryant shows here, he's got several different videos. He basically just searched for control. It came up his Google search, and then over on this right-hand side, let's see if we go back here. Yeah, over on this right-hand side, there's a play button.
Yeah.
And you can see it's not just for Stadia, it's for other cloud platforms, Luna, GeForce Now, and Xbox Cloud Gaming as well.
A bit more fiddly though. One thing I really like about the Stadia implementation is that if you're logged in on Google, which usually you are, it just goes straight to the game. No time to log in, no having to click play or anything like that. It's literally straight into game, which is pretty bloody rad.
Yeah. That is pretty awesome here. So this is huge news for discoverability. We also, he says there's a Luna. So we can see here, again, this is what you see here, Google. You click on the play here and bam, like you're right into the game. He's got different examples for Xbox Cloud Gaming. And yeah, if you're logged into those as well, so you can see, as what you mentioned, Vivi, right? Do you see how you've got those extra steps here? With the cloud gaming here.
Yeah.
And then
it's minor.
Yeah, I mean, it's minor. For some people, that makes a difference. So this is pretty cool. This is awesome to see something, again, another feature rolling out, testing, that we learned about earlier this year. Well,
is that with Game Pass, if you don't already have Game Pass, right? If you're completely new to to cloud gaming, you click it, you have to sign up, you have to pay. With GeForce Now, you click it, you have to sign up, etc. With Stadia, if it's one of the games that they've got a trial for, which presumably may end up being every game, you go straight in. You just have to Google it, you click it, you play it. So I think that is again one of the big differences there.
Yes, that's awesome. And this is. Go ahead, sorry. I was
just going to say one really small thing as well. As I noticed that 2 of the news articles this week are both Bryant's. Bryant's are kicking it out of the park.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good week to be called Bryant, right?
Yeah.
So let's see here. Let's get rid of that. And we want to talk about the APK. So Stadia app version 2.6 rolled out this week. And our friends at 9 to 5 Google broke it down. Kyle, who's always great at doing that here. So again, as they mention here, and any of the APK breakdowns, the foresight is that the stuff that we see in the APK breakdown doesn't always result into things coming to fruition. But a lot of the time things do manifest themselves either directly or in some evolved form or another. One of the things that we see in this APK is a claim all button. So this would be very useful because I know that there's some people that mentioned to me, I hate having to click each of the games to claim them each month for Stadia Pro. Why isn't there just a claim all button? Well, it looks like that is potentially in the works here. So again, a little, quality of life improvement there for those that don't want to go to each game and click on claim. you can have a button, Vivi, that does it all for you. Just one click, and bam, you've got them all, Vivi. So I know that that's a time saver for you. Your time is
It
precious.
takes me about
Right?
20 minutes to claim them all normally, so that's definitely the massive time saver there for me.
Yeah, and time is money, right? So this is saving you money, Vivi. 20 minutes worth
Exactly.
of your time.
And 20
So
minutes of my time is a lot of money. One thing that's always remember with the APKs though is let's not go into hailstorm mode, right?
oh
Just
yeah, Project
remember,
Hailstorm.
please,
Yeah,
because Project
yeah,
Hailstorm, we don't want to repeat that. It's
yeah,
the hailstorm
exactly.
principle. Take it with a pinch of salt.
Yes, yep, exactly. And so this right here now piggybacks off of the Reddit post that we saw here. That was in Turkish here. It says there's new languages for Stadia. So we know it's been officially announced and confirmed that Stadia is launching in Mexico by the end of this year. So in this breakdown here, we see the specific Mexican Spanish dialect that's in there now. Spanish as it's spoken in Mexico, because of course, just like every language, it's different. Like the English here in North America is different from you in the UK and whatnot. So this is really good that we see this specific Spanish as it's spoken in Mexico. But also, there's additionally the update includes support for 2 other languages. The first, which is ES419, which covers Spanish as it's spoken throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. That's interesting. Wow. And the second new language code is TR, which is short for Turkish. Notably, the 2 primary regions where Turkish is spoken, Turkey and Northern Cyprus. They don't currently have access to Stadia, though those undoubtedly that are there who speak Turkish in other areas around the world who may appreciate this addition.
Yeah. I mean, it's just good news if they say it comes to more places. It's not guaranteed, but, it's looking pretty strong. And, they are definitely going to Mexico. They've already announced
we know. Yep, we know Mexico and for sure.
Yeah, and the fact that these are alongside the Mexico, just adds a little bit more, a little bit more to it. And, it could be... It could just be that they're trying to put extra language in there, etc. But it to me seems quite likely. They've been talking about expansions, and on Twitter as well, I've noticed that when people ask about expanding to other countries, they're now saying, instead of just saying we're taking your feedback on board, they're now saying we're planning to roll it to more countries later this year, which I think is an interesting change.
Yes, so. And like we mentioned before, it's the expansion is definitely in the plans. I really think COVID put a hamper on things these last couple of years. So we know 100% sure Mexico is coming this year. Could there be more countries? Possibly. There may not be, but things are looking in that general direction or pointing that way. But again, always take it with a grain of salt. Nothing's confirmed until Google says so, or it surprise rolls out and people are talking about it here. So very interesting to see there. There's also something in here that says there's few references to my library link. They're not quite sure what that refers to. And Kyle says one idea is that it could be an easy way to share the link that shows off all the games in your library. But who knows? Time will tell. There was also a multi-stream keys that were in there, and they've updated the article and saying since the publication, it's pointed out to us that multi-stream is part of the core libraries of the Dart programming language, meaning its inclusion is unrelated to new Stadia features. So there you go. Like Kyle's already put that disclaimer there that what you see in here may or may not mean anything. And since then, they've got the update and they further clarified it as well. We also see more stuff for motion control in this APK, which is good because I know House of the Dead has motion controls. I think that would be cool for it to see that on Stadia, where you can actually use your phone as like the accelerometer on it. You're saying that this update includes what at first glance looks to be a URL, but instead likely the name of the Flutter plugin here. And there's also a tips and trick key here that you see. So lots of potential, but I think things are looking really good here. I know the first part of this year for Stadia was slow for some, but I think now, again, as these tools roll out, as we see these new features roll out, that things are starting to pick up, and hopefully that momentum can carry. And, from here on out into 2023 and above, it's a steady uphill pace here for Stadia. So I'm excited about what's to come in the future here. And it's always good to have more countries, more player pool to be in there for Stadia, because that just means that it's more lucrative for developers, and that means more games. So yeah, it's pretty awesome here to see. Oh, and also Granite mentions here that motion controls is a step closer to VR. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, right. That could be.
I mean, if they were going to do VR, they'd probably have like a proper controller. They probably wouldn't use your phone for it. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. You never know. So, yeah. So that's interesting here. Next up, we talked about this last week, and now, let me get Granite's comment off the chat here. So this Monday, August the 15th, marks 1,000 days of Stadia. It is hard to believe that it's been 1,000 days since Stadia has initially launched, but here we are, just days away from it. And what would the community be without a celebration, Vivi?
I think the community would be dead without a celebration.
Without a celebration here. So Stadia Dosage just got up here, put a tweet out last week asking for anybody that would like to participate in it. It started out to be a 24-hour stream, and I think it's expanded since then. The festivities are actually going to start Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Ryzak is going to kick things off, and for the special event Game Over, he's going to be hosting an episode of Game Over, and if memory serves me correct, it is going to be Ninja Gaix versus In Lead. So that's going to be awesome. I know for In Lead, this is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So wow. Kudos to In Lead for stepping up here. I can only imagine it's probably going to be dead.
Who have you got your money on?
I can't say. I don't know.
Oh no, you got to pick one. You've got to pick a horse. No. I'm putting you on the spot, right? No. I'm putting you on the spot. You've got to do it. You can't take the. Oh no, they're both great. I love them both. Rubbish. No, ignoring that. Who is?
Well, I'll tell you later. We'll come back to it.
No. I want your bet right now. Put your money down, right?
All right. So Vivi, I think.
Oh come on! I can see. I know what you're doing there. I know. I can put the. I'll put a name down.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, put your name.
I want you to put your name down as well.
No, I'm not going to. They're both great individuals. I don't know.
In Lead's my horse, right? I'm backing In Lead. Who's yours?
Okay,
you got to do it.
There we go. Oh, okay. Just out of spite, Vivi, I'll choose Ninja Gaix, right. Team Ninja, because he's on here on Stadium Connect North. We're really good friends. Doesn't mean I don't believe in Lead, but doing it out of spite just for Vivi, just to be
right.
Exactly.
I'm gonna. If Ninja Guy wins, I'm gonna buy 5 gifted, like whatever's for yours, and you do the same for my stream on Twitch. If In Lead wins,
I'll do that. Even In Lead says that.
Money where the mouth is.
Money on Ninja Gaix.
In Lead.
So maybe.
I'll throw my money on.
I'll throw a couple of codes In Lee's way for game and let him put up a good challenge, but lose at the end here. Oh gosh, but no, yeah. Here's Marcus says, in the end, Ryzak wins, and we all win because it's going to be an entertaining show, for sure. So it's going to be awesome here, and there's like a bunch of people. Head on over again. I have the link in the description here. StadiaDosage.com. There's a whole bunch of people here. Chat, Stadia, Cloud Gaming Dad, Ray3473. He's fighting COVID, but I think he's going to be back for this. Jack, Petter, Ninja Gaix, myself, Scooterama, InLead, MM2K. Like, we tried to get Clive as well, as many people from around the world as possible involved in this, because as you know, Stadia is and the Stadia community is worldwide. It's not just centered in North America and the UK. It's various different countries, and it's going to be a totally awesome event. And let me make sure that I can say this here. Yeah, so Jack has it here, says there will be Stadia Talk, live stream, giveaways, play-alongs, community chat, and more. We said giveaways, right? So I can say here that with confidence that every single stream will have a giveaway of some sort. So
that was also announced on Reddit, so that
there we go.
public.
Okay. Okay, that's public knowledge there. Okay. So we're good to go. So here we go. So here's Jack even says here, most participating streams will be giving away funds, Google Play or PayPal for a regular edition of a game of the winner's choice. So, I mean, not only can you have fun in watching and playing, because there's going to be multiplayer games, community play-alongs and things like that, but you can also win stuff as well. So this is going to be totally awesome. You can see there's still a few places here for signups. So head on over stadiadosage.com, and if you're a content creator and you want to take part in this, fill out the form there. We still have, like I said, those slots there. And what's also interesting is, let me see, can I find him? Here we go. Look at this. I'm at 6 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Right after that, our good friend Evan from Dead Drop Studios, Outbreak
I was going to point, if you didn't pick that one up, I was going to point that out, because that is, I think, pretty rad.
This is awesome. Yeah. He is participating and taking part in this community celebration. So yes, Gamer Mink says Dead Drop is confirmed. Yep, and he also put a tweet out as well. So this is really awesome to see that Dead Drop Studios here has really taken to the Stadia community. I also know initially Carson Kelly Games signed up for it, but then something come up and he had to cancel. So unfortunately. But this is awesome to see. We're starting to see developers participate in community events, and that is like freaking awesome. I love that. That is so awesome to see.
Definitely. I mean, Dead Drop Studios have been quite good with their sort of interactions. Yeah, I think they do a lot of streams anyway. So I think it's pretty cool that they're
this is awesome. Their Kickstarter is going to kick off the end of this month, August 31st. We're going to have Evan on. We're going to be live streaming. It kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern on the 31st. We're going to have Evan on the show. We're going to go live a few minutes before, do a countdown, have a huge celebration. And let me tell you, he's got a lot of awesome things planned for that Kickstarter and the Stadia tier. It's going to be awesome. People will be very surprised there. So just keep a watch out for that. I also want to talk about, we're going to get this over here a little bit out of order here. So Slaycation Paradise. And I think this trailer, this is another game that's not confirmed. It hasn't been officially announced for Stadia, but last week, I believe it was late last week, there was a trailer leaked along with Tri-6 Infinite, which we know Tri-6 Infinite has been confirmed to come to Stadia. That's coming in September. But Slaycation was also, a trailer was leaked for Stadia. Now, again, as always, take it with a grain of salt. But this game launches the 18th from Merge Games on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo and PC. So hopefully, maybe we could see a surprise release on Stadia next week, or maybe even in the near future. It's a twin stick shooter with tower defense
giant snakes
in it. Yeah, giant snake. It looks awesome. This would fit again, Vivi. This would be to me. This would also be a great Stadia Pro game as well.
I agree.
That would fit in with our other current games in that slot there. So again, take it with a grain of salt.
It's a merge game as well. So merge games again have been quite, good at supporting Stadia. They've been involved in quite a few things. They've got quite a few games out. So it's very possible, I think.
It definitely is possible. So we'll see here for sure. Okay, and that's playing in there. All righty. And I also wanted to talk about, so there's a poll in the chat here. See, we've already got 42 votes. It says, did you hear about Ninja Gaix's new Sunday show? And your choices are, yes, and I can't wait for Sunday, or, of course, Maurice told me about
John,
it. I mean, come on.
I think your microphone's gone. I don't know if the rest of the chats can hear. It's gone all weird. But...
Oh, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
On my end, maybe.
In the chat, can you hear? Let me know if you can hear me.
Chat, can you let us know?
Yeah. Can you hear me now, Vivi? No? Let's see what they say in the chat.
Everything's good. Okay, so it's on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, so it looks like I'll just be mouthing here. Vivi won't know what I'm saying. But we have a poll here, and 63% of you said, yes, I can't wait for Sunday. 37% must be really tight with Maurice here. And Maurice has given the inside scoop. So Ninja Gaix is officially starting a show every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UK time. It is called Stadia Sunday with Ninja Gaix. The show consists of 30 minutes of talk about anything Stadia, and then it's going to transition into an hour of community multiplayer. So that is pretty awesome to see. Again, the link to Ninja Gaix's YouTube is in the description here. Definitely check that out. So it looks like Ninja says for the premiere episode, the top 10 easiest games to 100% achieve. I think some outright games might be listed in there. I don't know. Let's talk about Saints Row. That's awesome. News, chat, and open mic, community gaming, and he's even has a giveaway. So pretty awesome. Check it out, Ninja Gaix. If you haven't already subscribed, the Stadia Sunday with Ninja Gaix this Sunday,
including Maurice.
Oh yes, including Maurice, which I know the girls go absolutely wild over.
Just the girls?
Well, I don't know.
I saw a video of Maurice, right, and I couldn't stand up for about 2 hours. Honestly, hot stuff.
Did it knock your socks off, Vivi?
Oh yeah, my socks were way across the room, and I couldn't go pick them up.
Oh my god! I
lifted the table that day. Anyway, one thing I do have to say, I've got a bone to pick with you, Ninja Guy. Right, 3 p.m. UK. Come on. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have picked it. Oh no, it's not a working day; it's a Sunday. Okay, maybe I'll let you off.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Right, or now I know. So Vivi, just to clarify. So in the UK, you use. Would you say the majority of people would use the 24-hour time format rather than like the AM PM? Okay. So when you see us tweet from North America or other places where it says 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. UK, oh well, they must be from.
Yeah, so you'll notice whenever like I tweet out, you'll notice I actually put it in 24-hour time because that's what civilized.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, we won't go there. Oh my gosh. So
cup of tea, Governor.
We've got something else to talk about here too. Now, the link, Vivi, that you sent me in the chat there, this goes side by side with this, correct?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I might have to stop
hide
and
it for a
reshare
second,
it in order to get the video to the audio, but we'll see here. Let me bring it up here. So the Here we go. Cloud Gaming Championships Week 4 Challenge. So we've been talking about this every week here. And I'm old school. I still refer it to as the Summer Community Championships, but I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
These are the summer ones. So this is the Summer Community Championships hosted by the Cloud Gaming Championships.
Maybe we can have like some type of an acronym. The SCC FEC CCG W4 Challenge. There we go. Okay. Anyways.
W4C.
Yeah. So the Week 4 Challenge here is Death Run TV. It's put together by Ninja Gaix here. And so this is currently going on. And you have until, I believe, Sunday. Midnight, if I remember correctly, to be able.
Well, it depends on what time zone, but yeah.
Here we go. 12:01 a.m. Pacific on Monday, August the 8th. So again, head over here, stadiadosage.com. The link is in the description as well. You get all the information here to find out for Death Run TV. Submit your scores. And I think there's an announcement here we have for Ninja Gaix. Hold on, let's go. Let me unhide this here, and let's see the link. All right, here we go. So let's see. I'm gonna try and get this as big as possible, Vivi, because I know you like them big. Okay, all right, so let's unshare here. And again, don't forget to vote in the poll here. Ninja X is in the chat here, so let him know. Has Maurice been a naughty boy and let the cat out of the bag? Or, he might need some spankings. Who knows? But definitely vote in that poll here. Window I can't. Entire screen. Oh, boy. We're going to have to turn off the music here. Hopefully.
I have an important question to ask, right? So you deal with the tech stuff, right? So, out of the people in the chat, right? Who are the 7 of you that are watching now who haven't liked this video? I want to know. I'm gonna call you out, right? The 7 of you there, right? You're getting all this entertainment from John, and let's just and you haven't even hit the like button. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. You need to do it, right?
All right, here we go, Vivi. It might sound a little strange at first, but it'll look a little different. But let's share this. We're gonna see probably us here. Okay, so Vivi, can you confirm with me that you can see Ninja Gaix here? Okay, and then we'll see here. Hopefully the audio plays through.
No audio.
Oh, no. Unbelievable. I wonder why. Well, here's Ninja Gaix. He's talking. I don't know why the audio isn't playing there, but Ninja Gaix, as you know, Vivi, I know you've been on the show twice. I've been on it once with Ninja. He does a weekly it's like summary of like some of the runs on the Cloud Gaming Championships. And this week on Monday, for the Death Run TV, he's actually going to have a very special co-host with him, and that would be Rob from Laser Dog Games, one of the developers of Death Run TV. We interviewed him here on Stadium Connect North. So Ninja is going to have Rob on with him. It is going to be awesome. And I believe there might be some type of a giveaways as well. So definitely you're going to want to check that out. And then further in the week, Ninja, if I remember correctly, yes, Wednesday, he's going to have another special guest, the Creta. Somebody from the Creta team will be in his stream here. Vivi, do you have any more details on that?
Yeah, so Adam from Creta is going to be joining Ninja Guy for a developer reacts to the Creta speedruns, because obviously there was some wild stuff on those Creta speedruns, some really interesting tactics and different ways of tackling things, and a lot of good fails as well. So basically, we've been chatting with the guys at Crater, and so one of the devs, Adam, is going to be on a show with Ninja Guy on Wednesday, doing a sort of reaction video. So that'll be pretty rad.
Wow, yeah, that is going to be awesome. I can't believe it. That's great. So, two great guests that he's going to have on, and then also again, don't forget, check out his show on Sunday, 10 a.m. Well, Vivi, we've made it through here. Yet another episode of Stadium Connect North. I want to thank you for coming on, co-hosting with me here. Sorry, I almost dropped something here beside me. Would have made a mess all over the floor here. But it's been a pleasure. Entertaining as always. I love hearing your views and thoughts on things, your experiences, and you're a pretty good guy overall.
Thanks. I mean, it's been a pleasure. I always love, coming on to the show and, just chatting with you, chatting about, it's always great being guest host. And I love that you've invited me into your bedroom today. You
technically have virtually, yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we'll have to throw off that Burger King.
After we stop the recording, and the stream, we're going to, check out the bed.
Oh my gosh.
Lift those sheets.
Oh my gosh.
Hope they're clean. It looks quite nice. It looks like you made the bed at least, for us.
Well, yeah. So why? I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. The bed is made. The rest isn't. So I try to get it as tidy as possible. And blur
I know you blurred the background so people wouldn't notice. But I thought, I'm going to have to call it out, aren't I?
Yeah, exactly. Well, again, so thank you so much, Vivi. Thank you, everyone in the chat. It's been a blast. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's show, compliments of Vivi here, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Amongst Stadium Connect North, I do first looks and we do developer interviews and all this fun stuff. So, again, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. I'll be participating Monday on the 1,000 Days of Stadia. So hashtag Stadia 1000. Be giving away a game or two from
and
the
on
stash.
Sunday, I'm proposing that we all do hashtag Stadia 999. Because why not? I will definitely do Stadia 999. I think everybody else jump on board with that. Let's get it trending.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And I'm sure next week is going to be just as fun as this week with all the Stadia news and events that are going on. Thank you so much, everybody, everyone in the chat, those watching the video on demand. I really appreciate it. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Have a safe weekend wherever you are, and we will see you all again real soon. Take care.
Bye.